Oh, he's good at that action, mate. Nope. That's sort of rewire territory.
Alright, what's going on here?
You can't do this!
She ain't coming, bruv.
Look at the state of that already.
I'm just hitting stuff every time I push.
What in the world is this? Wow. Check this out. Welcome back to Soul Fuel. Here today we are fitting these 11 panels. They're ACO 450 watt all black panels, and they're going to be paired with a Solar Edge 5 kilowatt inverter and Tesla Powerwall 2. On this one we've got a little bit more of a tricky cable run to do, so let's get cracking.
There'll be a chance to win it back.
You reckon you'll win it back?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Goals at football.
How many of them have you done?
Top scorer.
Top scorer tonight?
Top scorer tonight.
Go on,
For the first 10 minutes, I reckon I'll bang 4
top
or
goal
5.
scorer tonight, and you can have your nifty back.
Done.
But if I score more, I get another nifty. Double or quits.
No.
Double or quits, isn't it?
Actually, yeah, go on. You never scored. Yeah, go on. Let's have it.
Yes. Goodies. Oh, mate. Alright. What are you saying?
Are you a Mr. or a Mrs. Cat?
Take these off. This has all come up before, isn't it? This carpet. Go. Maybe that one stays. Carpet's up on this one. Cable route on this one isn't just a case of poking through the wall, unfortunately. So this one, the cupboard for the incoming supply is in the middle of the house. So we're going to poke up above that cupboard, and we're going to make our way through these floor joists with power, not DC, into this cupboard here. This is going to house our Solar Edge inverter, which makes it nice and easy for our DC to poke up in the loft to out the roof. Powerwall power also going to come along here with comms, and then poke outside and drop down, because the power is going to be mounted externally down the bottom in the back garden. And that's it.
Where you're kneeling is where the hole is going to be for the cupboard. Because that's the hallway under there.
Is it?
Yeah, and the cupboard's like over there.
Oh.
If we just get one of these up, it's close enough that I reckon if we poke through, we'll be able to get hold of it.
Yeah.
It's not that far.
If you've got cables like this, black and rubber, definitely want to get an EICR done, get a full inspection done, get that tested, because I look at that and that's sort of rewire territory.
We're going to have to drill our own route, aren't we?
Well, let's start then. Let's get the cables out to here. Right. Always.
Thank you, mate. Some more renewable bubble wrap.
Packaging.
Handsome, aren't they?
They are the super duper ACOs.
Where do you want them set?
That's how thoughtful I am for everyone.
How does your brain work? You just put these screws in, it's such a random, like one here, one there, one on that wheel.
Yeah.
Is that
fine. How's it work? Oh. Oh. Aye aye.
That's good, that, isn't it? So if you're 8 inches tall, you can pull that along.
Really heavy duty. Oh, I reckon it's going to be. Ready? Oh wait, I need to bungee you in.
You just slide it down. What are you doing?
Want to pick her up?
That's not much of a plan, is it? All right, shall I just sit her on there?
Just sit her on there, B.
This ain't. No.
What? Slide it on the middle.
This.
Wait, don't forget your bungee.
We're gonna bungee it too.
Don't forget your bungee.
We're gonna bungee it too.
Bungee it to you.
Here, go on.
Oh, you might look.
Sit on me.
Sack bar. You don't even need the sack bar at the yard, do we?
It should just be on the loot, shouldn't it?
Oh, but this could go in your car, in your van. I'm sorry, but I'm well impressed with that.
I'm not.
Ready?
All right, ready.
I'll do it. Beautiful. Stay there for now. Nope. It's not got the wheels on her.
There it is, look.
There she is.
Can you sort of guide me? I'm just hitting stuff every time I push.
Yeah, I know what you mean. What are you coming through? The white one?
There's one next to it. To the right.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. Yeah, good. Oh look. Straight in, first time. Ooh, very nice. Yeah, hold it there for now. So good. I think we'll probably drill the holes first, drill the root, and then try and pull it at the same time.
It's hard to get the beams on it, isn't it?
Alright, there's 1, 2. Voila. Here we go.
Just pull through to here.
Just pull through to there for now, and then we can. It's hot. I'm gonna have to take my jumper off. What, you got enough for the solar edge in it, yeah?
And then we want 1, 2, 3. Right, what's going on here? What are you doing?
I was
I'm
trying to
keep
find
these.
these.
Hang on.
What's it snagged on that there?
Yes, Brett.
Look at the state of that already.
Why are you pulling it like that?
So we get to the end of this and they're all bloody tangled up again.
What a day.
What a day. Gonna have the scalers on there now.
I'm flying in now.
You can do this.
She ain't coming, bruv.
Not with you, she won't be.
Jack's pants are on the right way.
Cables for Powerwall. Got our power, 2 lots of comms, and then we've got our 10mm green yellow for the earth rod that we have to put in. So Robbo's drilled the hole from the outside. We're going to follow the route, whoever installed the EV charger, so we're going to sort of follow that route, because where they've blasted out the other side, they've almost looks like they've drilled from inside to out and they've blown all the render, so we decided to use the same bit, drilling from outside to in, through the already blown render, so I can poke that through and that will go straight to Rob. Well look, there we go.
Mate, we might even have enough, you know.
Yeah, right, hold fire for a sec.
I mean, we've got more than enough on the Powerwall stuff.
Yeah.
And I think we've probably got enough on the 10mm as well.
Yep, lovely. So we'll dress that in a bit. So this job here, solar edge again, good old trusty solar edge. So this is going to be a 5 kilowatt inverter. That's going to be mounted up there, out of the way. Lovely jubbly. 300 from that hole there. So it's all about. So when I'm stripping this, I'm going to snip it down the middle, he says. I'm going to flick that out, grab that. Now, a lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't pull it by that. But as long as the cable's warm and soft, I'm putting very little effort into to pull that. In my opinion, not going to do any damage or stretch that core at all, really. Right, so when I'm terminating these in here, obviously this is only 4mm cable. These terminals can take up to 25mm. Now I was always told at college, if the core's 50% or less than the terminal, double it up. So when I'm doing this, I'm going to strip that relatively long, like that. And I'm going to put a double. So that's what I refer to as doubling it up. Fills the terminal, stops it slipping to the side, because sometimes if the cable's too small, the screw goes through the middle, the cable can slip to the side. So if we double it up, we're going to make sure that we've got good sound connection in the terminal. Oh, aye. What in the world is this? Wow, check this out. This is art through this mysterious door. Oh, interesting. All right, Ali.
They should be in there, mate. Go on.
So I'm trying to use an off-cutter cable. Hopefully they're long enough. Oh, it's going to be tight by the time I've gone round. Whoa. Get snagged on every single little bit. Probably going to come across, clip onto that. Right, here we go. Clip it along there, we'll label it all up all nice. I'll go over that so it's nice and visible. There, I might just have enough. Double loaded. Probably up there one of the best tools I've ever bought this. Oh dear. Love lofts. Love a loft. They're in. I hate lofts. So gross.
So with this, we're basically just lifting a tile up, slide it up in this case, being a concrete, and then finding the truss here. Obviously the felt on this job isn't the best, but this is you can feel the joist there. From there, we get the bracket on, line up our screws, 2 fixings go in, just to make sure it's nice and secure. And then with the ESDEC stuff, there's just another little adjustment, just to pull this tight to the tile, because at the moment this lifts up and down. We do that up, and then that doesn't go anywhere. And that is how we fit the solar bracket. This is always a fun bit. There she goes. Rail. So we've now got all of the rails on for the bottom set of panels. So we've got 6 panels going across the bottom here. We've got 3 panels coming up here and 2 panels going the other side of the chimney. Originally the plan was to have 6 across the top, but unfortunately the chimney doesn't allow for it. So now I've got these in, I can use these to walk up the roof to get further up. They're relatively easy to walk on, these tiles, but they can be a little bit slippery. So having the rails there is just another bit of safety. All we'll do now is we'll get all this next section, while we're standing on this top rail, we can get the next section bracketed up and railed, and then we start fitting the panels. So health and safety, obviously big concern, hence we've got handrails. Sometimes though, if you see us fitting without handrails up the side, especially on a house like this where we haven't got a verge here so we can't fall, sometimes it gets in the way. Like now, I want to get this tile a little bit further up so that I can grind it. I can also get a hook in. The way these tiles work, the left-hand tile kind of holds the right-hand tile in. When you're trying to slide it up, I need to go a little bit higher than this. But now where the scaffold is on the roof, I can't actually get that tile up much further than that. So like I said, yeah, health and safety, obviously, massive thing, big concern, but sometimes it gets us a little bit stuck. Right, let's run a tape measure over that, just to double check, work out exactly where my panel finishes, so I get my hook in the right place. Tell you what, let's drop down, let's just measure it off here. About 3.5 meters between on this rail here, which is a full length of rail. That rafter there is our one. So now, instead of following what rafters I've chosen here, I'm going to sort of mix it up a little bit. A slightly different layout because this is a slightly different size with no joints in it. Don't mind me, eh? Cover me in dust. Lovely little bit of kit, to be fair, these Marksmans. Get this level, get it where we need it, and then it just sprays us a little bit of green. It's like a chalk.
Quick, time's up, make the most of it. You good?
Yeah.
I thought you were supposed to be route master. But I'm going to tilt to you and pull the cable. Pull that bad boy off. Right, should we spinny? 3, 2, 1. Right, at the bottom in.
Yeah, bottom's in. She's flush.
She's in?
She's in.
She did. Yeah, no, I did hear a click.
Yeah.
Ready? Oh, he's good at that action, right?
That's it.
Ooh, hey, got one. Keep going because the green yellow's on a separate. That's not tight. Yeah, lovely.
Rather than drilling, plugging, screwing, sometimes just to speed things up a little bit, make things a bit cleaner, a bit neater, get a spit gun out, basically just a concrete nail gun, shooting in bases and stuff, just makes the job a little bit quicker, a bit easier. And while you're up a ladder, it's one-handed, you're not trying to drill a hole, put a plug in, screw, all trying, you know, swapping between a sort of a hammer drill and an impact driver. Worth a bit of money, but spend the money, save some time, make a neater and tidier job as well.
Yeah, nice.
I've been a bit OCD with cable ties.
Hang on, mate.
Just push the little latch. Yeah. Right round. Looks bellissimo. So we've got the Copex down for the battery now with all the cables in it, and now it's just a case of getting this isolator mounted here. Cabling will come into this, and then from there get all this wired, get the battery wired, and then we can actually start to get things turned on and get cracking and get the house powered up off the battery and start getting some solar on the roof. Be embarrassing if this don't fit, wouldn't it? So this cable here, we're going to basically terminate into this isolator. Then from the isolator, another bit of this cable, in fact the bit I've just cut off, will go into the battery, get wired in for the power. These comms cables will just run through this isolator and go straight back out. We don't need to terminate them in here at all. So they will just run through the isolator as a way of transitioning with the other cable. So just second fix this up now, and then we can start getting batteries turned on. How's that? That's padlocked up. He's in a crate to keep him from doing stupid in the house. It's padlocked and he still broke out of it. Unbelievable. Decides to treat himself to a little go on the sofa and have a look out the window. Unreal.
So solar edge, so we've got optimizer per panel. On this job we've actually upgraded the customer's panels because we've got a good deal on them. So little free upgrade for him. But what it has meant is we've had to push up the optimizer. So the optimizer before was going to be an S440, which is up to 440 watt panels, but these newer panels are 450 watt. So you need to make sure you select the right optimizer for the panels. These are up to 500 watt. So screw these on, one per panel. Happy days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this allows the system to operate on a panel by panel level. So, you know, if one's faulty, broken in the shade, dirty, it doesn't affect the rest. A little bit like the old Christmas lights. If one goes down, it takes the rest down. With these, doesn't happen. With the optimizers, they just plug optimizer to optimizer. Click, make sure they're properly in. It's even labelled for us. It says string and module, so you can't really go wrong, but a lot of people do. Once they're plugged, obviously we won't leave this all just hanging like this. We'll sort of neaten these up a little bit, cable time to the rail, so you've not got loads of flappy cables. The sound of tap, tap, tap on the roof, because that will drive me insane. So that one's going to drop down and plug into this one. So like that. So when I'm plugging these in and when we cable tie them, I always have like a loop, call it like a drip loop. So if any water gets on here, or moisture, it's going to run, hit this point and drip. It's not going to go back up there. Quite a lot of the time what I see is it'll be sort of, maybe not here, but like, that'll be pulled tight or cable tied like that. And then water can run down and all right, these are IP67 or whatever they are. So it shouldn't really get in, but you've got more of a chance of it seeping in over time. So little drip loop, reduce the risk. like a job. Got a brake here, so I'm just going to double check the measurements, see if I can shift the optimizer this over slightly, so we've not got a join, because that is pretty close. The least amount of joins we've got, the better, because joins are potentially weak spots in the system, and weak spots are not great. If we can squish this over and make sure these are still below the panels and make them reach, then winner, winner. Move. Loads. So that's good. We haven't had to introduce an unnecessary join. It's one less join. Happy days. Before we put the panels on, just going to do a little check. Obviously, still got a cable tie the optimizers on, but I want to make sure all the rails are level. I don't want to see any lips on from panel to panel. I don't want to see a lip. So I want to make all nice and flush. I can run it along the top. So I can see there that the middle two, there's a bit of a gap. So what I'll do is I'll just loosen probably this bottom one, if I'm honest. I'd rather bring the middle two up or drop this one slightly. I'd rather drop it. So I can just loosen these two little screws here, drop that, and then that will just ensure that rail's touching the whole way. So when the panels go on, nice and flush. This is how we terminate MC4. Get our little cutters and we strip the end. I want to make sure I'm not going to go through the cores because they're quite fine. It's quite easy to cut a couple of them off. So make sure we don't do that. So I'm going to strip, just do that. Check it, make sure I've not cut any off. Perfect, happy days. And now I've got my crimp. Now I was taught by the NICIC to have that bit as short as possible. Cut a little bit more off that. That goes on there, so the strip bit is kind of similar length as the crimped bit. If you've got longer bits through here, although that's the connection, and you know, electricity will take the path of least resistance. If it's in here and you've got a dodgy joint, it could sort of arc and get hot. So that goes in there. This is 4mm cable, because the length of the run's quite short. So we've got 4mm crimps. Make sure we're all in line. Squeeze that. Make sure it's nice and tight. So that's our crimp. We haven't got loads of loose cores or sprayed out. Little tug test. Solid that. This is for our male plug. So when we push it in, we're going to listen for this click. There we go. That means it's pushed in, so it shouldn't come out. And we just tighten this up just for extra bit of security. There's actually a tool for that. We've got this tool here. So we have one end goes over that bit to hold that. This bit slides over like this. And that tightens it up. And then when it slips, so you'll see that, like that, it jumps a bit, that means it's up tight enough. And that is an MC4. Ready? It's getting windy. So this job here, we're using these Puckanoo ACOs, or ICOs, 450 watt panels, all black, so they look really smart. They're probably one of the most, if not the most efficient panel at the minute that you can sort of get at your wholesaler. So about 24% efficiency. It's about 2.5% more than majority of the panels on the market. So that's a win for those. Yeah, like a bit of kit. Sometimes with a roof, nothing's quite square. So it might be that the rail's square on the battens and the tiles, but that may not be square with the lines of the tiles going up or the ridge. Stick them on, have a step back and see how they're looking. Got all of our 11 panels on, Powerwall's mounted, solar edges on, updated, so that's all online. So this will be producing now. A couple of little bits just to finish off tomorrow, so we'll pop back in the morning, just put the mesh on all the way around, stop any birds and whatnot getting in. And we've got one broken tile down there, literally 5 seconds ago. So we'll pop back in the morning, just replace that, not get any rain. So yeah, that is that. On the next video, what we'll do is we'll show you how the system's performing, what the panels are actually producing. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one.